Well, here's a quick start guide for Quia.com. This is the website we're going to use for everything from bean to cup. This takes it up. So let's begin. Here's the uh, purpose of Quia. We're not using anything on Schoology or Clever. This is a third party independent learning platform that I pay for every year. The reason why I do that is it is totally accessible to you at all times. District server goes down, which it does, this won't get in the way. You don't have an access to the Schoology because you're new and somebody's a little slow in getting their stuff done at the central office. That's no problem. Totally independent. Next, because we've been doing this for a long time, this is the nation's largest online database for everything we need to do for Latin teaching and learning, because everything on it, on this website, this Protean project, is stuff created by me and my students for the last 15 years. And the stuff that you'll be creating will also go on it too. It is the platform that's used for homework and all classwork for my class. Nothing that I give you will be off this. So it's all reliable, all very nice. So, first goal one, we're going to learn how to create your free Quia.com account. Number one rule, your username must be simple. Note it down. There's no way I can give it back to you. There's no way I can click a button and tell you. And if you go from one computer to another, your phone, your computer, you need to use your username. So if it's just your first name, middle initial, last name, that's fine. I don't care. We're not dealing with nuclear weapons here. So make it simple. Make sure you know it. Write it down. Put it in your phone. Email it to your mom and dad. Password must be simple. I don't care if it's Quia123. I don't care if it's something that you will always use or always know. You just need to make sure that it is simple, because if you go from one machine to another, in class, out of class, you got to know what it is. All right, so let's go through the steps. Creating your own Quia account. We're going to log on to Quia, and I'm going to do it right now. And we're going to go to that place that says free account. I say it's Quia, they pronounce it Kia, but someone could steal it. So we're going to call it Quia. So I'm going to go to Quia, and I'm going to go to create the account. I am a student. For username, I am going to name it after our cat, Bob the Villa Cat. He's going to be Bob, and I'm going to like to put periods here. That's fun. T Villa. That's what Bob T Villa is. And the password is going to be something that he knows. For Bob T Villa, it's going to be like CSSM. There you go. CSSM 123. Why not? CSSM 123. And first name, his name is Bob. His last name is Cat Villa. That's where we live. And his email, well, he doesn't have his own email because he's a cat. So he's going to use my email. And that way you have a confirmation email. Make sure this is your normal email that you can check at all times. Because if you do forget your username, they can send something to you. I wouldn't rely on that. But that way you have everything you need. This is your email, not the district email that you can't access most of the time. This is your email that goes to your phone, whatnot. And I'm going to create my account. And the username may not contain spaces, punctuation, or non-Western characters. Oh, poor Bob. So here we go. His password will be Bob Villa, Bob T Villa. If you have a usual name, you may want to put your middle initial in, or just write the whole thing out. Bob the Villa. I'm going to write cat. Bob the Villa Cat. Okay. You can tell I'm being real easy. So we said CSSM 123, CSSM 123. Now, if you're using Google, right, if you're using Chrome, it'll remember your password. But don't rely on that because, say your computer's out, you got to use a tablet. You don't remember your password. Oh, terrible. Bob the Villa Cat. There we go. There's his password, CSSM123. Boom. Bob's in. And I'm going to save that password for fun. Okay, so we have an account. Cool. Now, we've created our account. We've got our username, Bob the Villa Cat. Step 2, we're going to add the class code for CLC. That's the first chapter. It stands for Cambridge, like University of Cambridge. Cambridge Latin course, stage 1. Every chapter there's a new code. Every chapter there's a fresh start. Every class is a different code. So at the head of this email that I sent you this link, there's the head for the class. There's the class code. And extra credit, of course, for those students who get the class added before class starts. Ready? So every chapter a fresh code. Now, how will you know what it is? Well, eventually I will be showing you the calendar. All of my assignments for the next, semester are on the calendar. So that means they are online. You know what everything's going to be, due when it's due until December. And that way there's no surprises. Everything is known. So I'm going to make it easy for myself. I'm going to go to calendar. And this is live. And then when I go to calendar for Latin intro on 9, this is what's going to be due. I need to add the class. Like say I'm in first block, class A. Don't worry about that class code. It'll change for you. But I'm going to send you the first one out so you know. So I'm going to go to class code. I'm going to add the class. Boom. Add class. Checking to see if it's secure. That's new. Weird. I am human. Well, Bob's a cat. And there you go. You've added your classes. Now, be aware. Here's what you do. You got this screen here. This shows you the class. What you have done. I've done nothing. That's okay. I just added it. To go to the class web page, you click on this little button that says View. And that's the class. That's everything we need. Every chapter, I'll tell you what these things are. They're little helps to get it. Here's the calendar. I said there was a calendar. Yeah, there's a calendar. Everything that's due. Everything that's due. You just click on it. Now things could change, right? I could move it back. We get a snow day in March. We can move back. It'll show you what the homework is due, what the quiz is, and that, guess what? Or the game, and then what it's regarding. Exit assessment. So there's no mystery. You just, every day it'll say on the calendar, check Quia, it's there. Here's the daily schedule, which will change because my classes change. I have office hours. And here we go. Day 1, CLC01 extension, because we're starting with extension. There it is. There's the whole class. Everything we do online is right there. All right, let's go back to the presentation because it's cool. So we've added the class code and we got that done. Now let's go to the 2 back to school assignments. If you get these done early, and what are the assignments? A derivative diagnostic, which is just giving you some words. Do to the best of your ability. Don't sweat it. It just tells me roughly where you are. It just takes your first shot. You won't know it. Most students score about 12 to 13%. And this is just doing it gets you a bonus, which is 150. And then you have a little VTB here. See, triangles tell you it's a lecture. So when I go back to the class, you take the derivative diagnostic and Bob the Villa Cat. I start now. Quiz is timed, 5 minutes. Oh, I go there. I just, words I don't know, right? I don't know these words. Well, you wouldn't. These are like SAT words, etc. And there's, blah, blah, blah. And you're just taking it and boom, there it is. Piece of cake. I'm about to end the quiz. Sure, submit it. Why not? Now, thank you. Return to the class page. You won't see your results. That's okay. This is just used, we're going to measure your results and your growth at the end of the year. So don't worry about it. Now, everything that's beforehand, complete all assignments listed by 6:15, the morning of class. First class we have is on Tuesday at 6:15 in the morning. I'm going to check the assignment and I'm going to put it in the grade book. And I'm going to give you a little morning, good job, or morning, we should probably do this. Now, the other assignment here, and there's always two things every day, but I'll talk to you, not a lot. Latin is dead as it can be. It's a little assessment. So there's two videos I want you to watch, or three, or whatever, many as you need. Just take some notes. I mean, why are we studying Latin? I don't know. There's a 3-minute video. Why are we studying Latin? There's a 5-minute video, 4.5-minute video. Why are we studying Latin? Most effective ways of building a 10-minute strong video. Wow. I don't lecture. I don't like lecturing. And I don't like long videos either. So what you're going to do is you're going to see, why are we studying Latin? What's the benefit? Before I do anything, I want to know what's the benefit. And I imagine you do too. But I'd like you to tell me. So do your little research on what's the purpose of Latin being dead language, why are we studying it, yada, yada, yada. Then you come to class. Now, the purpose, now here's the reality, technology. So therefore, get those things done. Technology. Okay, ready? If you got a smartphone, use it. They'll be using a smartphone in my class multiple times. Here's the technology. This right here, we're going to play games and assessments in the course of the first day. We're going to do 5 things. We're going to do 4 or 5 things every day. Class is loud. You've heard it. It's fun. Maybe they say it's fun. But we're always going to keep you active and not bored. So therefore, we're going to play games throughout and competitions for just practice. It's little teeny tiny games throughout. So what you need is you need a smartphone if you got one. If you got one, you need a smartphone. Yes, if it's turned off, that's fine. I'll show you how to use the guest network. 2, once you get a school laptop, right? We'll have those for exams. All exams are online. And we'll have, or we have now here's the deal. If you don't have a smartphone for whatever reason, I have some limited, and I do say limited, kiddie tablets. They're like Dora the Explorer tablets that I bought that will allow you to get on. Sometimes when you're coming into the district, they haven't set up your account yet, and you can't log into a district device. That's why I bought these Dora the Explorer tablets. They're for kids, but it'll get you by for the games. I do have a limited number of Chromebooks as well. So you're not going to get shut out if you don't have a smartphone. I would encourage it. And even if you were naughty, and I'm not saying you are, and your parents shut it off, that's okay. We can still use it in class. Now, obviously, when smartphones are in use for education, we use them throughout. We do not use them for anything else. There's a little pouch on the side of each desk that my wife made for me. And that way students aren't distracted. So anyway, there's the technology for class. That's what we're going to need. So we've covered these things: how to create a Quia account, adding the class code, which will be at the head of the email, completing these assignments before Tuesday morning at 6:15. That's okay. Do it to the best of your ability. My whole thing is, don't strive to be perfect. And then finally, we've also covered technology in class access, which is going to be very important. I don't want to just drone on and on, blah, 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 lecture. I want to be active, fun, and, every class should be different. So you have my cell number. There's the code will be at the top of this email that I'm sending to you and your parents on how to add the class code. I'm looking forward to seeing you Tuesday. You want to come in on Monday? When you come in, I'll probably be in the basement, room 21, if you want to stop in and say hi, or if your parents want to talk to me, any chats, any concerns. That's the whole thing. I always look forward to classes. They go. That's the fastest time of my whole day. You take care and give me a contact if you have any questions. Until that time, aloha.